Healthy soil is alive, breathing and full of energy, thanks to earthworms quietly working underground. These tiny engineers build tunnels that aerate the soil, improve water flow, and release castings that act like pure gold for plant growth. But here's the shocking truth. Many gardeners unknowingly destroy earthworms through everyday mistakes. If your garden feels lifeless, hard or waterlogged, chances are your soil allies are under attack. Let's uncover the biggest mistakes that silently kill earthworms and learn how to avoid them if you want soil that thrives year after year. It's easy to believe synthetic fertilizers are a quick solution for boosting plant growth, but for earthworms, they are a slow poison. Chemical fertilizers are high in salts and synthetic compounds that burn sensitive worm skin and disrupt the microbial balance worms rely on. Over time, earthworms either die off or migrate, leaving soil compacted and dependent on more chemicals. The better alternative is compost, aged manure or liquid fertilizers made from natural sources. For example, you can make a powerful liquid fertilizer by fermenting 1 kilogram of composted cow manure in 10 litres of water for 7 days, then diluting 1 litre of this solution in 5 litres of water before applying. Unlike chemicals, natural fertilizers feed both your plants and the underground life that sustains them. Water is life, but too much of it turns into death for earthworms. When soil becomes waterlogged, oxygen is pushed out of the spaces worms need to breathe. Unlike fish, worms drown quickly in waterlogged soil, leaving behind patches of lifeless earth. This problem often happens when gardeners water daily without checking soil moisture or when drainage is poor. The fix is simple. Water deeply but less often, and always check with your hand or a moisture meter before watering again. Raised beds, organic matter and mulching also help regulate water and create the perfect habitat where worms can thrive. Turning over soil might feel satisfying, but aggressive tilling tears through earthworm tunnels, exposes them to predators and destroys the structure they worked so hard to build. Every time you deeply till, you're resetting the soil's ecosystem and worms need to start all over again. Instead of heavy digging, try no-dig or low-dig methods. Lay compost mulch or cover crops on top and let earthworms pull the material down naturally. This way your soil stays loose, fertile and alive without you having to constantly break your back with tools. While lime is often recommended to correct soil acidity, over-application can wipe out worm populations. Earthworms prefer soil that's slightly acidic to neutral. Adding too much lime creates an alkaline environment that burns worm skin and drives them away. The right way is to test your soil first. If the pH is below 5.5, apply lime sparingly, about 50 grams per square metre, dissolved in 5 litres of water for easier absorption. Always recheck the soil pH before reapplying. Remember, moderation keeps your soil biology in balance. Worms may not be the target, but they pay the price when pesticides are sprayed. Insecticides seep into the soil and paralyze or kill worms along with the pests you're trying to eliminate. Even so-called safe sprays often carry toxic residues that disrupt the food web. A healthier solution is biological pest control. Neem oil, diluted at 30 milliliters per litre of water sprayed on leaves, or chili garlic spray prepared by blending 100 grams of chili and 100 grams of garlic in 1 litre of water and straining, can keep pests away without harming the soil life. Protecting worms means creating a pest control strategy that works with nature, not against it. Bare soil looks harmless, but it's a desert for worms. Direct sunlight bakes the soil, reducing moisture and raising temperatures beyond what worms can tolerate. Without cover, food sources like organic matter also vanish, leaving worms to starve. The solution is mulching. A layer of grass clippings, shredded leaves, or straw about 5 centimeters thick keeps soil cool, moist, and full of food. It also prevents erosion and creates a cozy underground environment where worms can multiply quickly. Now, fresh manure might seem like a gift for soil, but for worms, it's actually a curse. You see, fresh manure is high in ammonia, which is toxic to worms, and as it decomposes it can heat up, literally cooking them alive. The correct method is to compost manure first. Properly aged manure that has decomposed for at least 6 months becomes an earthworm superfood, rich in nutrients, but, totally safe. If you prefer liquid application, just mix 1 kilogram of well-aged manure in 10 litres of water, ferment it for about a week, and then dilute 1 litre of this solution in 5 litres of water before applying it around your plants. This way, you make sure your worms get food without the danger. Earthworms are only as healthy as the food available to them. Without a steady supply of organic matter, they simply starve and disappear. Soil that's low in organic matter becomes hard, compact, and, lifeless. Regularly feeding the soil with kitchen scraps, shredded cardboard, cover crops or compost makes sure worms have a buffet all year long. Each time you add organic matter, worms break it down into castings, which are rich in plant-available nutrients. Think of organic matter as your investment, with earthworms paying you back in fertile soil. Every step you take on the garden bed presses soil particles together, squeezing out the air pockets worms need for movement and breathing. Compacted soil is tough, airless and unwelcoming. To prevent this, create designated walking paths and raised beds so you don't constantly step on your growing areas. Adding organic matter also loosens compacted areas, giving worms space to breathe and move freely. Protect their home, and they'll reward you with healthier soil. In many gardens, the fastest way to clear residue is by burning. But fire destroys not only surface organic matter, but also the microclimate worms rely on near the topsoil. Burning leaves the soil sterile, without cover or food. Instead of burning, chop up residues and leave them as mulch, or compost them to recycle nutrients. Worms thrive under this organic blanket, turning what you once considered waste into fertility. Earthworms are nature's unpaid workers, turning scraps into nutrients, loosening compacted soil, and increasing water absorption. But as you've seen, a single wrong step can push them out of your garden, leaving your soil lifeless. Protect them by feeding your soil organically, avoiding harmful chemicals, and treating your garden as a living ecosystem. At Growth Hub Central Crops, we believe a thriving garden begins with thriving soil life. If you found this guide valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to our channel, share this video with fellow gardeners, and join us in building soil that grows stronger every season.